This is a squat rack with a chap facing the wrong way. The athlete should ideally face into the rack and ensure the bar is at axilla level. She should squat under the bar so that it rests between C5 and T1 on the trapezius shelf, which some might call meaty. By standing up, the athlete should have some idea if the weight is suitable. If not, it can easily be returned to the rack. In the event a girl can lift a barbell, she should feel comfortable stepping back and carrying out her squat reps before walking forwards and replacing the bar on the rack. Starting from the bottom, the weight should be distributed throughout the foot, or through the midfoot, and the feet should be at least shoulder width apart and slightly turned out to allow for a low squat. The grip width should be close, but may be restricted by retraction of the scapulae and the ability to laterally rotate the glenohumeral joint, so that should just be comfortable. The pelvis should be in neutral. This is a Richmond First 15 player returning from ACL rupture. If we look at the descent, he begins with his weight over the midfoot and then performs a triple flexion movement. Bends at the hips, knees and ankles simultaneously. The knees should aim to go in the same direction as the feet are pointing, which is actually difficult for a lot of women who have a larger Q angle than men, or a larger pelvis, a wider pelvis. The trunk must remain upright and as close to vertical as the anatomy allows. As he goes down, his weight should move to the rear foot and should remain looking forwards. This player has some balance issues and you can see his weight keeps coming forwards onto his forefoot. There is some controversy over where the bottom position of the squat should be and how low it should be. For purposes of this technical model, the crease of the hip should be below the knee. Therefore, the thighs should be parallel to the floor. The thoracic and lumbar spine and the shins should also be parallel to each other. The scapulae remain retracted and the head remains facing forwards. If using the Valsalva to brace the spine, this should be continued and the weight should move back to the heels. The athlete then triples extends the hips, knees and ankles and leads with the chest to keep the spine neutral as they come up out of the squat. At the end of the movement, the athlete breathes out and returns the bar into the rack and onto the supports, where they do a little bend to remove themselves from it. This particular player has an increased anterior lean, such as on the right hand side. This means he has a higher hip torque than knee torque.